Eat, Drink, DFW from the Dallas Morning News is made possible by Central Market.
Hello, and welcome to Eat, Drink, DFW, the podcast from the Dallas Morning News food team. Each week, we take a look at food and drink trends in North Texas, talk about restaurants in Dallas-Fort Worth, learn some new recipes, and sometimes even get tips from you, our listeners. I'm Anna Butler, the Dallas Morning News' food editor. Guy Fieri has come back to North Texas, and we're excited to share all of the places we know he's been so far. Tariffs have also been the talk of the town, and we're going to do a blind taste test of some barbecue sauces with some celebrity faces and names attached to them. That's all coming up right after this.
Central Market is really into food. Like when we say cheese, it's in 12 languages into food. Butchers, bakers, and sushi roll makers into food. We're talking so obsessive about quality you can shop blindfolded into food. Central Market is really into food. If you are too, then let us turn your shopping list into a treasure map. Get inspired, get adventurous, or just get a chef-made dinner when you've got more taste buds than time. No place makes every meal more amazing like Central Market. Really into food. Shop now at centralmarket.com.
For the latest food and restaurant news in Dallas-Fort Worth, visit dallasnews.com/food. Also, we'd love to hear from you, so email us at eatdrink@dallasnews.com. Today, I am joined by our food writers Sarah Blaskovich and Imelda Garcia. Let's start with diners, drive-ins, and dives. What is the mayor of Flavortown up to, Sarah?
I like that you called him by his regal name,
Yeah.
the mayor of Flavortown.
His honorarium.
That's right. Guy Fieri spent a lot of time in North Texas recently. His show, Diners, Drive-Ins, and Dives, has brought national attention to Dallas restaurants for years. So as far back as 2009, he started featuring some of our restaurants, and he's now up to the bazillionth season of the show. I should fact check that, but there's been a lot. And in the past few weeks, 3 Dallas area restaurants have been featured, and several more are coming in the next few weeks.
So which one made it to the Food Network?
Let's talk about them in chronological order. So in late February, we started with Hello Dumpling in East Dallas.
Oh my gosh, I love Hello Dumpling.
I know I don't want it to get any more famous because it's such a sweet little shop. There are 2 locations, one near Good Friend in kind of far East Dallas, and then one at the Hill at Walnut Hill and 75. And owner June Chow wanted to bring Beijing street food to Dallas. And she has really done so. The braised beef shank soup with noodles is really good. All the dumplings are good. And Guy Fieri got to try many of those and watch her do her craft in the kitchen. Notably, he said her noodle soup was a 10 out of 10.
That's a high score.
Okay, so after Hello Dumpling, on March 7th, this show featured Rye in East Dallas.
Ooh.
Now, is Rye a diner, a drive-in, or a dive, friends?
I think it got Michelin attention.
Yeah, it's not. Now, this show has been all over the country, and you got to think after precisely 1 bazillion seasons, you got to start expanding upon, the original idea. Because Guy Fieri really used to roll his red convertible into restaurants that he didn't think people had heard of. And that show brought so much attention to so many small businesses, which is awesome. But there comes a point where maybe, you stretch the boundaries. And I believe that's how the wonderful Rye on Dallas's Greenville Avenue ended up on television.
I feel like there was a time in which he almost seemed overdressed in his short-sleeved button-downs at the places he was going to, and now he might be underdressed at Rye in a short-sleeved button-down.
Yeah, sure. I think you might be right about that. When he went to Rye, he had a lot of fun with their inventive food, and I think this was just the right attitude for a place that really is one of Dallas's most interesting restaurants, in my opinion. So he tried the pork belly lollipops, which have been on the Rye menu from the beginning. They're served on kind of a little wooden slab sticking straight up, and then you take a piece of orange that's been charred on the grill and you squeeze it over the top of these 5 pork belly lollipops. Kind of a fun thing to do with your food, in my opinion. Guy Fieri loved it. He said they were juicy and tender, so good marks there. And then he tried the sauerkraut chocolate cake. And his quote was, "That sounds like a dare," when he heard that they were putting sauerkraut into dessert. And I think he's right about that. And that sort of encapsulates this restaurant, in my opinion. His adjectives were that the presentation was gorgeous. The cake was funkalicious.
Sarah, did the mayor of Flavortown try the cocktails in that place? Because, those are the jewel there.
I love this question. They did have people sitting at the bar, and you got a good view on television of what this cool restaurant looks like. I don't remember him diving into that. Now, here's a fun behind the scenes TV thing. I don't know when they were at Rye. Was it on or around November when, the Michelin Award came out and Rye was given the Michelin Award for exceptional cocktails? Was it before that? Was it after that? I don't really know. But they did not focus on the cocktails like they did on the food.
And then it was Slow Bone. Sarah, you wrote that you were surprised to hear Slow Bone hadn't already been on Triple D.
Yes, I had to sort of check my notes. This felt like a redo because Slow Bone is so perfect for diners, drive-ins, and dives, in my opinion. This is a little barbecue joint in the Dallas Design District. It's been there for a while. And if you know, you know. You go in and grab a cafeteria tray, basically, and they put all the sliced meats and sides on that tray. And I love this barbecue place. I think it was underrepresented in Dallas for a while, but people who love barbecue in this town love Slow Bone. And it was just right that Guy Fieri visited it because it was time to see it on television.
And Sarah, I hear there's a coming soon restaurant and it's going to be El Palote Panaderia in Pleasant Grove.
That's right. So a little sneak peek here. We know that El Palote will be on Diners, Drive-Ins, and Dives May 2nd. So if you've been watching this show, which airs on Friday nights, you can check that one in just a couple of weeks. This is the home of the original vegan taco, or so they say. And Imelda, have you been there?
I have. They offer just vegan Mexican cuisine, which is really weird. I mean, because we consume a lot of meat, and they try to recreate all these dishes. I mean, they have vegan birria, vegan enchilada. So it's a must, I think.
Apparently, Fieri tried the meatless gorditas and the tamales. So I haven't had those at El Palote, but now I want to, and the rest of the world is going to want to as well. That's the fun thing about Guy Fieri.
He seems to draw a crowd wherever he goes, including Chicken Guy.
That's right. Chicken Guy is Guy Fieri's fast food restaurant. So not only has he now featured 3, almost 4 restaurants in DFW, but all the time he has a restaurant open with his name and an exclamation, Chicken Guy exclamation point.
Is it at the Hill?
It is across the street from the Hill. So it's at Walnut Hill and 75, but it's on the Trader Joe's side of that intersection.
The Trader Joe's side.
We all know, right?
So, Sarah, do you think this Guy Fieri could be like a Keith Lee effect? Do you remember when a lot of people went to the restaurants and then they were ended closed because they weren't prepared for this?
That's a good question. It's something I worry about a little bit. When a small business all of a sudden is on the Food Network for the first time, is this a good thing? Every restaurateur ever would say yes. We want that guy in our restaurant. He gives everybody an autographed sheet pan, like a silver sheet pan, and then they hang it up on the wall. So you want to walk into a restaurant and see that on the wall. It's cool. But yeah, Imelda, the restaurants that aren't ready, those that can't sustain, a huge influx of traffic could be in trouble. And we saw that happen with Keith Lee as well. I also would just love everybody to think about the differences between an Instagram influencer and a television chef, because these days they probably carry the same weight. And that was absolutely not true 5 years ago.
They also tend to have reruns.
Yeah. Yes, Anna. And when these reruns feature a Dallas place, chefs have told me they see another influx. It's like they rerun the Pecan Lodge episode and all of a sudden people walk in the door to Pecan Lodge and are like, I saw you on television last week. And they were aired on television years ago for the first time.
You can read about all these restaurants by visiting dallasnews.com/food. All right, Imelda, you have now started reporting on tariffs 2 different times and it hasn't worked out.
Yes, that has been a nightmare.
Oh.
Yeah. And not only for me, but for chefs, for restaurateurs, for owners, for everybody involved. Because one day they know that the tariffs are going to be like crazy, like 24% for their imported ingredients. And the next day they are gone for 90 days. So yeah, this is a changing situation and everybody is worried about this.
Imelda, did you actually write full news stories and then just not publish them?
Yes.
Oh, man.
And I have talked with a lot of people that are concerned about this. And we have been very close to hit the publish button and then the pause. So, yeah.
I think on the consumer side and probably the restaurants too, we're all excited that there is a pause. That being said, I do think that there's a lot of whiplash. This is obviously a developing situation. If these do progress come, 90 days-ish from now, we'll keep you posted on it. But first, we do have an email to share really quick. We had a listener, Kim, email us asking about getting a little bit more soul food on the show, and we are in the process of working on that. But in the meantime, I did ask her about what her favorite spots are for soul food around DFW, and here's what she had to say. Sarah, I'm just going to let you read it.
Okay. When I look at soul food, there's some good upscale ones. The one that jumps to the front of my mind is Roots Southern Table. First of all, let's recognize Chef Tiffany Derry for the amazing job she did on Top Chef. She's so personable when you see her out in the community. Her dishes are delicious. There were hyphens in there. I really like that. You all may have mentioned her in an episode before I got started, but this is what I'm thinking. A steakhouse with a soul food mix. Let's try DJ's Steakhouse in Addison. Just yummy.
And as a reminder, we do absolutely love hearing from you. We want your feedback. We want your requests. We want your questions. So please email us at eatdrink@dallasnews.com. We're going to take a short break. And when we come back, we're going to do a blind taste test. So get ready.
Uh-oh.
Whoa.
Central Market is really into food. Like when we say cheese, it's in 12 languages into food. Butchers, bakers, and sushi roll makers into food. We're talking so obsessive about quality you can shop blindfolded into food. Central Market is really into food. If you are too, then let us turn your shopping list into a treasure map. Get inspired, get adventurous, or just get a chef-made dinner when you've got more taste buds than time. No place makes every meal more amazing like Central Market. Really into food. Shop now at centralmarket.com.
Welcome back. We are about to do a blind taste test of some barbecue sauces with some celebrity faces and names attached to them. But first, a quick reminder that giving our podcast a good review helps other people find it. So if you like it, please say so.
And put 5 stars in there.
So we feel like we keep seeing a bunch of celebrities come out with their own condiments of all things, and we wanted to put them to the test. I personally wanted the most apples to apples comparison I could find, and that actually led me to barbecue sauce. So these barbecue sauces come from Guy Fieri, who we just talked about. There's a new brand from Glen Powell that he is noted as a co-creator on. Smash Kitchen is the name of the brand. We also have a barbecue celebrity hailing from Texas, Aaron Franklin. And then I did want to mix it up a little bit by just adding a generic brand from Walmart, because it's just an interesting Richter scale for me at all times.
It's also going to show us how good we are at recognizing whether you should pay more for a celebrity face's barbecue sauce.
And it also could be, you know what, this one's really great for dipping, but maybe the Walmart one is okay to use as a marinade or something like that.
Sure.
So these have all been divided into little plastic containers with letters on top of them. We'll try all the same ones at the same time. We will be using a Ruffles chip.
What is that? I mean, in Mexico, they are roofless.
No.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, of course.
Well, I'm just guessing here, Anna, that we're using Ruffles because it's the best chip ever.
It's the best chip ever, but it's also just a very salty, simple base. I also brought a palate cleanser. We could have gone with a traditional pickle, but then I saw Taca Texas crisp okra pickles, and I love an okra pickle. So you do need something a little bit acidic to break up the sweetness between bites, and this was the best way to go. So let's get going.
Let's do it.
I love that this is a very Texan show today. Thank you.
Is that enough chips?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
Anna just gave us 400 chips and asked if that was
Yes.
going to be enough to try 4 barbecue sauces.
Okay, so we are going to start with all things sauce A. They
Oh.
go A, B, C, D.
Pungent.
I feel like I'm smelling a touch of vinegar in this one.
More than a touch.
Definitely some raw tomato.
I'm getting Worcestershire. Anna, how do you say that word? You're from a different part of Texas than me.
I say Worcester.
Really? Julie? How do you say Worcestershire? Worcestershire.
Wow.
Oh, she does a Worcester.
No. I will say something like Worcester.
You kind of made it sexy. That'll work. We'll take it. Okay, what do you think of condiment A?
It tastes like a tomato, like ketchup. Yes.
I'm going to say something that might be controversial, but there is an undertone of coffee in this one.
Okay, Anna, let's move on to B. And as you pass those out, I would like to know if you know what each of these are.
I knew this morning when I labeled them, and I don't know anymore.
Did you write them down or are we just winging it?
Oh, they're written down.
Okay, this one, condiment B, smells like liquid smoke.
Correct.
Not in a good way.
Hey, guys, please set aside the one that you think is the Walmart one.
Okay. So in B, I got a lot of brown sugar and a lot of liquid smoke.
It was extremely sweet. The first one had the sweetness of a tomato. The second one has the sweetness of brown sugar, perhaps.
The okra is so good.
It's the best palate cleanser.
Now it's C.
This one, not overly sweet. The nose on it, not liquid smoke.
I like this one. This tastes like a version of Sweet Baby Ray's, which is a high volume barbecue sauce that I rather like.
So it's a compliment.
That is a compliment. Yes.
I love that it has a little bit of vinegar on it.
Yeah, and I like that the spices linger at the end too.
All right, last one. This is the easiest taste test we've ever done, Anna. Usually it involves too much sugar or like lots of fried food at the state fair.
On site, this one looks perhaps the pepperiest. It is more of a brown color.
This one is so sweet. Not getting the pepper at the back that I thought I would.
Because visually it looks like you should be getting some. It's a thick boy.
Oh my God.
This does have the consistency of inexpensive grocery store barbecue sauce.
You're thinking KC Masterpiece?
I mean, maybe. Can you tell me more about the Walmart brand? Was it Walmart brand barbecue sauce, or was it something like a KC or a Sweet Baby Ray's? Or
It was Great Value brand.
Okay, so it was Walmart brand.
They're greatest of values. They're cheapest of cheap.
You're just trying to watch your pocketbook.
I can tell you a fun fact about these. Aaron Franklin's is by far the least caloric. So for 2 tablespoons, it's 35 calories. Mm-hmm. The Smash Kitchen one and the Great Value brand ones are 60 calories for 2 tablespoons, while the Guy Fieri one is 80 calories for 2 tablespoons and has by far the most added sugar to it.
I think I have it figured out.
I think it's interesting how similar all of these taste. I mean, even the Great Value version, to know that there are these big names and probably big dollars behind all of them, but that they taste so much alike.
Does everyone, though, think they have a superior one? What was the one that they liked best? Julie likes A. I like A too, for what it's worth. I think that one's my favorite.
I have a problem here because I mix them all. So now I'm kind of lost. But I think it was letter A also. Yeah.
I'm going to decline answering this. I don't have a favorite. I am guessing so hard about who made what.
Are you also just really worried that you're going to be like, my favorite's the Walmart brand Great Value?
No, I would wear that badge with pride. I think that A was made by Aaron Franklin. It is not my favorite, but I think it matches a profile of a Texas barbecue pitmaster.
Which one do we think is the Walmart brand?
D.
My 2 colleagues picked D. I think D is Guy Fieri because it's the sweetest. And I think he put a lot of sugar into his sauce. I think Walmart is C.
I think Walmart is C as well. I'm now going to open my phone and jog my memory. So, A, Franklin barbecue sauce.
Yes!
The original Texas barbecue sauce. It's supposed to be sweet, peppery, and tomatoey.
Yep.
And I do know he puts coffee in some of his sauces, so that makes me feel less crazy. B,
Who loves the liquid smoke? Possibly Glen Powell. This is my
Glen Powell loves liquid smoke.
Am I right?
Wow.
That's the Smash Kitchen one. And so it's down to C and D.
With 50% of us thinking C is Walmart and 50% thinking D is Walmart, and the other one being Guy Fieri.
So the mayor of Flavortown is responsible for barbecue sauce D.
I got them all right.
Wow. Sarah, you are an expert.
Oh, I'm not good at tasting wine, but I'm great with barbecue sauce, it turns out.
The Great Value brand, by the way, I would 100% marinate with that.
I would put it on something where there's a lot of other stuff going on.
Okay, hand me over more okra. Okay, so speaking of barbecue sauce, we've had such great weather in North Texas this week. Have you guys been cooking outside at all?
We have been only cooking outside. I feel like for my husband's birthday, we bought him a new Rec Tech smoker, and we have made some of our best backyard grill stuff maybe ever in the last few weeks.
Wow.
But what is a Rec Tech smoker? Does it have anything to do with Texas Tech?
I don't think so. It's spelled RECTEQ. So sorry about that.
It just feels like Wreck-'em Tech.
Maybe it is. This is a wood pellet grill and smoker. It is a competitor to Traeger, for anyone listening who's familiar with that brand. I would guess that Traeger's a bigger smoker brand than Rec Tech. And I don't really know the differences between the two, but I'll note that we are backyard cook people, and we have added this to our family of cookers. So my family already has a Big Green Egg, which is a ceramic cooker that you use charcoal on to smoke meat or cook steaks. We have a gas grill for the quicker stuff, like fajitas and veggies. We have a pizza oven. And do we need another grill out there, you might ask? And I would say yes.
Well, what have you made with this that you couldn't with other things?
The very first thing we made was bone-in, skin-on chicken. And it was a weeknight. So just looking for a healthy, fairly simple thing to cook outside. We used oak pellets so that you can get that oak smoke flavor. We coated 2 chicken breasts in 2 different barbecue rubs just so we could compare them. Both good. We liked one more than the other, but the trick here is like we didn't really mix up a lot of our own spices. We used a rub we had in the cabinet, which made it even easier. We set the smoker to 250, walked up the temp to crisp the skin at the end, finishing it at 325. and the cook was about 90 minutes, and it produced chicken that was juicier than we have ever made before, which is really saying something because chicken, though pretty good for you, can be bad if you cook it wrong. Next, we're going to smoke salmon, and then we're probably going to try kebabs, and we've already smoked sweet potatoes and regular potatoes. So if anybody needs dinner, just come on over to my house. We're cooking.
Well, how about I come and then I just bring all the rest of these barbecue sauces?
We'll make everybody else do a blind tasting.
And that's all the time we have for today. And we want to hear from you. So email us your questions and food thoughts at eatdrink@dallasnews.com. Special thanks to our producer, Julie Fisk. For the news, I'm Anna Butler. Thanks for listening, and we'll see you next week.
Eat, Drink, DFW from the Dallas Morning News is made possible by Central Market.